They're only for rich people. Nobody can afford them. And there's no way they're ever going to be able to bring the price down to an affordable. Oh, wow. That's not so bad. So we can see that these SUVs are now at price parity pretty much with a quote unquote expensive electric car. All right. So now you see here they got the Mazda at 31,000. The Honda Passport at 37,000. Plus, when you go to buy these cars, these are just what they're saying. When you leave the lot, they're going to add another 8,000 or whatever dollars that they do. So even though you're seeing these prices, see 33,000 for the Mazda, the Subaru at 36,000, the Toyota Highlander 35,000, Honda Pilot 37,000. So yeah, I mean, pretty much the Tesla Model Y, which was, expensive, but now with the EV tax credit, you come to see that it's now in the same ballpark as these cars. Wow, this 2007 Hummer. You see, once upon a time, cars used to be for the rich. It definitely was for the people who had money to play around with these things that people who didn't have them would consider them to be toys or annoying or just, too noisy or blah, blah, blah. And there weren't any streets back then, so people would just be driving around the horses, doing all types of reckless things. There were a lot of accidents, but, it was a different time. But the thing is that people didn't like them and they thought that they were just for the rich people. They thought it was just some pipe dream and that there's no way this will ever become some sort of mass market thing where everybody will be able to be inside of them or afford them. And they thought that horses were much more efficient, even though they were pooping all over the place. They thought that it was better to have a pooping horse. Yeah. And the people who were making horse and buggies were like, there's no way that people are going to buy these cars. They're not affordable. They're for rich people. Who can do that? But guess who put them out of business? Cars. That's right. Cars. People thought that cars were for rich people once upon a time, and there's no way they'll be able to be for the mass market. And guess what? Same thing is happening with electric vehicles. Everyone thought that EVs were for rich people, but now the prices are coming down, and guess what? Engines are the new horses. In the future, cars with engines are going to start to decline in sales. Eventually, this is going to happen. I'm not saying that they're going to be gone forever. There are going to be just a big switch in people from buying cars with engines to electric vehicles. This is just how it's going to turn out. A lot of people don't want to hear about it, but this is just what it's going to be. So be prepared for that moment when it happens. There's a big opportunity here also for the fact that we know that eventually down the line, cars are going to be electric. Why not find a company that you can invest in that's probably going to take a big part of that market pie? I mean, it might just be Tesla. Cars were expensive, and there was no way that people were going to bring to the mass market until one person. Your boy, Henry Ford. That's right, Henry Ford came out with a Model T, and they revolutionized how it went, and they made a commercial, which was pretty awesome. Here it is.
Takes you anywhere you want to go. The Model T. Strong, sturdy, with a will of its own.
So yeah, that was the commercial. Pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. Guy driving down the hill through water. But yeah, that's pretty much the idea. They figured out how to make a mass market vehicle and sold it to everybody. And this is what's going to be happening with electric vehicles. The price is going to just get too low. I mean, I won't be surprised if sometime in the future that they can bring the price down from, I think, $7,000 to $8,000 on all the cars for the Teslas. I mean, that would really, really change the game, because if you can just get an SUV for less than $30,000, I mean, it'll be a no-brainer for people, right? Well, that was a quick rant for the day. Keep tuning in to see what's going on with the automobile industry and what's going on with big tech and also Tesla. I'll see you next time.
See you tomorrow.